Alright, Alico 3, let's take a look at some mail that's come in the last 2 to 3 months since the PSA shutdown, and then also take a look at some reholders from both PSA and SGC. So, this will be a somewhat of a different order from what we've seen recently. It's just been like graded order after graded order, but this is still graded cards, but at least we'll see something a little bit different. Let me start off with the Pujols. So this is the Pujols SPX. So the 2001 SPX Pujols, classic card out of 1500. It's got the Beckett 9 auto. This is one I've held for a couple months now. I'm just gonna see what PSA does and if they open up some different service levels. It's one I wouldn't snap out and pay $300 to grade. I just don't think it's worth it. So, if they get back to some type of service level where it's like 75 to 100, then I'd be more interested in sending it. But for now, it's gonna hang tight in this Beckett holder, and we'll just kind of see what happens as PSA moves forward through their shutdown and eventual reopening of services. So. This is a premier level Kyler Murray Select. It's got like the blue going on. It's definitely off-centered, hence the 9 centering. There's a dab of white on the back corners too. So if I snapped this and sent it to PSA, I'm almost positive it would get a PSA 9, which is okay because it seems like the market between PSA 9 and Beckett 9.5 fake gems has pretty much closed to where they're selling at even levels. So. Yeah, that's what's going to happen with that Kyler. And then this Calvin Johnson Gold, you just don't see these pop up very often. So when this one popped up, I scooped it up. Probably overpaid. I think it was like $700 or $900, but it's another fake gem. So I'm just kind of see. This is a neat one because this is the Atomic. Out of 10, so I think I bought it from Probstein. That auto looks faded. I don't know if it faded after it was graded, but it doesn't look like a 10 auto to me. It looks like a 9 or even an 8. Yeah, it's almost like the auto faded somewhat, but that's the Atomic. It's out of 10 from 2012 Topps Chrome, and then we got the Pujols. This was purchased for a tad more than a PSA 9, so I thought it was a decent deal. But the 2001 Future Watch to $12.50 in a fake 9.5. So there's a lot of Pujols in this stack of stuff. This is the Topps Chrome traded. I think this one looks like it would have a decent shot at a 10. It looks pretty good. Surface is 9, so you can't really judge a surface properly when it's inside the slab. So that kind of puts a nail in the coffin of the how valid the crossover service is when you can't properly analyze a card when it's in a slab. So that's the Topps Chrome traded base. And then, so I guess it's just a bunch of fake 9.5 gems that, this is the Arenado 2010 Bowman Chrome Orange to 25. I just thought this one was neat, and I don't ever see this one pop up, so nabbed it. There is some appeal to buying cards like this, the 9.5 fakes, just because the market has closed so close to the PSA 9s now. Okay. Here's some stuff from 4 Sharp Corners. So I think I'm going to sell this one. I bought it for my PC, but it's got like a soft corner, and it's not something that I would send in and expect a 10 on, so it'll probably be in an auction soon. But that's the Bonds. I guess it's only in the factory set, but it's the Provisions from 91 Fleer. I had actually never seen that card. A 92 Leaf Ken. I was just trying to add to the Griffy registry. I didn't think I had this one. I think it was $40 in auction format. So scooped that one up. This is one I would definitely consider to be reholdered, just because it's in this older holder, and the card seemed to look so much better in the lighthouse. But you see that right to left. You could almost argue this is a 7. I think if this was sent in today, I'd get a 7. There's some edging on the top. The right to left is, it's just weak. So I would, if I classified this card, I'd say it's a very weak 8. So the Donruss Brady, I'll probably sell that one. Let's see. This is a PSA 8 on the Rice, and I think it's definitely accurately graded. You got a little bit of rounding on the corners. I've looked over a ton of these in the last 3 months. See that stain right there? There's a stain right there on the back of the card. The back of the card there's a little lift on that edge too. So it does have awesome centering though. So if you bought this card, you'd be buying it for that centering. But I think it's definitely accurately graded. So that was a good job. Yeah, this one looks good. This is a tough card too. I've learned from experience that this is almost impossible to get 10s on this card. So that's the 87 bonds. I think there's an SGC one in here too as well. So we'll kind of take a look at that one as we go. 86 Topps Rice, and this one is it's graded an 8.5. I think this is a really weak 8.5, especially for SGC. Yeah, this just looks weak. It's got a lot of white on the corners. I've seen some other SGC 8.5s that were a lot nicer than this one, but it does have excellent centering, so that's probably why it got the bump up to an 8.5. So the Rice, the 84 Topps Dan Marino. So these are all SGC reholders. So Dan the Man in a 9. I thought they'd look so much better if they got into the newer SGC slab, which I don't have anything against the old one. I just think the newer one looks better on these vintage cards. The plainness of the label mixes really well with these old Topps cards, in my opinion. So there's the Hank Aaron. That's a 71 in a 7.5, which is actually a really strong grade for this set, and it's got decent centering too. So it's an interesting one for sure. The Vic 8.5 gold. This was a good pickup. I think it was like $250, but it was in that old holder, so that I don't know if that affected it, but definitely stoked to pick it up in that price range. So Vic 8.5, LeBron, the flagship LeBron. I think these are still over $1,000. I know PSA 8s are in like the $900 range, so you would think an SGC 9 would be around $1,000, maybe $1,200. So there's in the suit. Some people love the card, some people don't. I guess that's how most cards are. Anyways. Yeah, this one's sweet. This is the Hank Aaron. So, not much I can really say. It's a sweet card. The right to left, that's the first thing that I look at when I look at these Hank Aaron rookie cards. But this is a nice 4, very respectable. You got the Eric Dickerson in an 8.5. That's the 84 Topps. This card might be worth like $50 or $60, but it's still an iconic card, and an 8.5 in this set is no joke. So the Dickerson, we've got the Future Stars Ripken with the other two. I don't know what these other two ever ended up doing. I'm not sure, but there's Cal in the middle. That's a 9. So we saw a PSA 10 of this card. Here's an SGC 10. They look very, very comparable. I think this one looks just a little nicer because the top to bottom is pretty much 50-50 on the SGC one. Here's Drexler. Drexler's rookie from 86-87 Fleer. Here's the back on it. Tom Seaver. So this would be I think it's a second year Tom. It's got the rookie cup to the right, but it's got fantastic centering. Just a cool. I don't have a lot of Tom Seaver cards, so this is one that I like. And SGC 7.5, strong grade for this card. So little Tom Seaver action. And then this Rice got an 8.5 as well. I think this one looks better than the one that you guys saw previously. These were close to like $900 at one point, and now they've slipped to like $450. But I mean, that's happened with a large portion of the hobby in the last 2 to 3 months after the spikes in like February and March. We're kind of seeing some sell-offs or leveling off, whatever you want to put it. I wouldn't call it a crash. It's just people are spending their money on different things. So the Rice 8.5. A couple of these bonds, this is a card that I've tried to grade 1,000 times, and I don't know if I've ever gotten a 10 really. It's tough. And this isn't the best example. It's not perfect. The right to left's definitely not perfect, but that one got a 10, and then this one as well. It looks good. Sometimes you'll see a little like black staining by the B and berry I've noticed on this card. This is a Sweet Rose, so this is the 75 tops full, not the mini, but an 8.5 with fantastic centering on this one. So 75 tops with the awesome colors. That's probably my favorite top set, 75 or 60. This card's just sick. This is a card I've owned for years. I bought it for I know it was around 1,000, maybe 700, but it's the Griffy Refractor from '93, and it was an older holder, hence the 0 in front of for the cert number. But so I did get it reholdered. It was $75. It took like 2 weeks, so they did a good job getting it back, but it definitely looks a lot better in a clean slab. So the Griffy '93 Finest Refractor. These are just this is a very iconic card. And then this was in that same order. This Pujols Gold. The case was like scratched up and scuffed, so I went ahead and got this one reholdered. So the top straighted gold from 2001, and that's a PSA 9. Tough with this foil, with this gold foil. Future Watch Manning. Same deal. Older slab. It's got the 0 in the front. It was just the case almost looked cloudy or something, so I went ahead and got it reholdered. There's a scratch in it already though, so got to get these into perfect sleeves. But the Future Watch Manning, that's out of 2000. This is not the die cut one, but just the normal. And then I think this is the last card we're going to show today, but Stan Musial, 62 tops, the wood grain finish. Very cool. 62 tops, Stan the Man in a 7.5. So that's it, guys. A lot of variety for sure. But I was just showing some cards that have came in the last couple months that were already graded. Take care.